To that standing pose with your feet together, touching the big toes if possible. So we just want to create an evenness as we do with our breathing. So we create an evenness in our standing. Just gently gather your arms in to your body. Engage your low belly towards your spine. So you have a strength in the low belly center. Shoulders relax, resting on the rib cage. Just feel the spine. Try to bring gentle length and evenness throughout the body. And with such a narrow foundation, it's natural to have a little bit of a sway. So try to let that sway help you find center. And let your hands come and center in front of your heart. Let your forehead come towards your fingertips. Taking a moment, your own intention, your own dedication. Connecting the mind and the heart, the mind and the breath and the body. Inhale deeply, lift your chin. Same breathing as well as same standing. Use your nose, create an even flow through the breath, through the nose. Even waves. And then step your feet hip distance apart. And circle your wrists both ways a few times, just getting the hands ready for our weight bearing. So go inwardly, fingers and wrists move. Release tension and then circle the other way. Just find your range of motion, whichever way first is fine. And then let the hands come and rest together. You feel that energy from those wrist circles. Let's turn on our concentration with lotus lifting pose, where we rise up to the balls of the feet. And you can leave your hands at your heart and just let the fingers spread and the middle finger spread away. Lift up the arms if you like. Maybe reach up your gaze as well. Concentrate, try again with the feet if you come down. Give it one more, inhales energy. And control as much as you can the release. Gather your feet back together. It's okay if they're a little separated here. Flowing palm. Keep your right arm nice and tight into your body. Open your left hand and arm and come over to side bend. Just create a nice sensation in your body. We want the practice to be positive. So an attitude of non-harming, but also an attitude of growing and finding where you really can go. So you might notice that I move a little bit as I breathe. Make space for your breath one more time, and inhale, lift up slightly. Exhale, finishing depth. And use an inhale to slowly release the side bend, gather that arm into the body. Open your right hand, lift up your arm, and side bend. So just exploring as you come in, gently find where you think you can go, and begin that process of breathing 5 times. So the gaze here might go towards that reaching hand or just go to the nose. And let your eyes relax when they can, when they want to, or find steadiness. And breathe out one more time. Find that range of motion. Use inhale energy, release, down. Step to hip distance apart. Standing back bend variation. Wave your fingers behind your skull, elbows wide. Lift your rib cage, press your pelvis forward, and just find a nice beginning of practice. standing back bend. Breathe deeply. Hold your head with your hands. One more breath. Try to open across your chest. Lead with your heart to stand up. Gather your hands to your elbows and come to forward fold. So we're going in all the directions with the spine to warm up. Nice drawing upward in the belly. Spread and release any gripping in your feet. And let one more wave of breath flow through. The knees are bent as needed. Release your hands to your waist. Press your feet, a little bend in the knees, and stand up. Looking back, twist. Take your left hand to your heart center and reach your right arm back. Gaze back. Breathe deeply. Try to fully come into the moment. Breath and awareness. Body. Open up. One more exhale. Inhale, take your right hand to your heart center and gaze back the other way. Look back, twist. 3, 4, one more deep breath. Exhale when you are ready. And inhale, center. Surya Namaskar. Greeting the sun, grateful for the sun. Inhale, reaching up. Gazing up, breathing in. When your exhale begins, start the folding forward process. All the way down, draw in, belly up. Inhale, straighten your arms and spine, gaze forward. Bend your knees, spread your hands, and take your legs back. Palakasana, hold the earth away, knees down, fine, plank pose. Nice broad chest as well as upper back. One more deep breath. Come down to tabletop pose. So just warming up this round. Come to your cow spine. Bring your heart forward and your face forward. Stay strong in your low belly. Don't overdo in the low back. So we can use this pose instead of upward dog at any point in the practice. One more time, give it some inhale energy. And when you breathe out, release your head down and your tail, come into your cat spine. Curl the spine, flexion. It's important for us to come here with mindfulness into flexion. One more exhale. Instead of that, sometimes the mindless flexion that we do if we are not sitting with attention. Back to the inhale, lengthen your spine. Tuck your toes, go back to quarter dog. Head down, hips down. Spread your hands. So you'll have a nice broad feeling under the armpits, all the way across the chest and the upper back. One more deep breath. Remembering this one, if you ever need a break in downward dog, you can use this version. Back to the inhale, extended spine cow. And now into that first down dog, tuck your toes, hips up. I need to step my feet in a bit to be able to bring them down. So work out your proportions. Apply a nice upside down V shape. Release your head down. Pressing the heels of the hands, drawing the weight back into the legs. Deep waves of breath flow through. Release any holding in your neck. Just let your head and neck be free. And one more exhale, weight back into the legs. Look between your hands, bend your knees, and bring yourself forward. Inhale, half lift. Slowly fold into your exhale. Press your feet, rise and reach. And exhale, bring down your hands to your heart. And just take in the energy of that cycle, that 10 breath practice. So feeling free to use those warm-up variations. We'll come through the 10 breaths, sun salutation A. First position is the reaching up, breathing in. Second position, forward fold, curl your spine. Third position, halfway lift, a little forward energy. Fourth position, established plank or chaturanga, add the elbows hugging in to some degree, bend them. 5, inhale, upward facing dog. Just establish that pose. And 6 is exhale, down dog for 5 breaths. Listen for the breathing. Becoming deeply present in your body, in your breath. One more exhale, 5. 7th position, step forward to halfway lift. 8 is folding in. Press your feet, stand up. 9th position, inhale. And 10, back where we started. Practicing that again just to help commit it to memory. So you always know how to do a sun salutation basically. Ekam, 1, inhale. Exhale, 2, dve, folding in. Inhale, trini, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, 4th position. Pramsha, 5, inhale, up dog. Exhale, shot, 6th position. Find your down dog, hold for 5. Let your heels reach for the earth. Even if your knees are bending. One more wave of breath, Adho Mukha, downward facing. And then inhale, step forward, halfway lift. So we need a light, long breath, Sapta, 7. Ashto, exhale, forward fold. Press your feet, inhale, stand up, Nawa, 9. And exhale, heart center, Disha, 10. And then a sun salutation B. Bend your knees, reach your arms, inhale, Utkatasana. Let's take 5 breaths here, shoulders down. Gaze out. And one more breath, see if you can reach your hands and hips further away from each other. And then straighten back up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Use the whole breath to find the position wherever it is. Inhale to halfway lift. Bend your knees, take your legs back, and come to your chaturanga or like inhale energy, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 5. Returning to this very important pose. This time, let's try to lengthen the sides of the waist. So if you shift your hips over to the right, feel your left side lengthen. Shift your hips over to the left, feel that right side lengthen. Just try that a couple of times. Side body aware. Last one, back to center. Take a deep breath. Angle your left heel to the center of your mat. So you're looking back there. You can see it angle in. Bend your right knee, step it forward. Come up into warrior A. Hips forward. Take a moment to establish the foundation. We'll stay for 5. You can keep your hands at your waist or reach up your arms, shoulders down. Calm strength. Deeply breathe again. Exhale, hands to heart center and go into warrior B. Open out to the side. This is my own interpretation of Surya Namaskar B. One more deep breath. And we're going to flow through for the other side. So bring your hands round. Take your leg back, plank or chaturanga. Upward facing dog, use your inhale. Downward facing dog, use your exhale. Angle your right heel to the center of your mat behind you. Bend your left knee, step it forward. Press into that front foot to come up into warrior A. Keep your shoulders down as you take up your arms. Lift your chin. So the shoulders off the ears. Create space for the head to go gently back. Ready to try bringing your lower jaw to your upper jaw to help stretch out underneath your chin. One more deep breath. Exhale, heart center. And inhale out to warrior B. Open up your back toes, reach front and back. Bring calm strength into the mind and the body. Deeply breathe again. Exhale. And return your feet to the same direction, bend your knees and step out. Take your feet slightly wider than hip distance for compass pose. So we're going to come into forward fold with your knees bending as needed. And take your left arm through your legs with your elbow bent and bring your right arm behind. So we're coming around that right leg, holding elbows, forward fold. Knees as bendy as they need to be. Just let your spine and everything release into forwardness. Let your breath settle back down from that fiery energy of sun salutation. And just bring your awareness to your low back on your left side and take a deep breath once more, just letting that area find some spaciousness. And then keep the knees bending as needed and carefully switch sides. So bring the right arm through the middle of the legs, the left arm behind, hold your wrists or elbows, knees bend as needed, forward fold. You'll like to draw your low belly towards your spine here. And for the last bit of the practice here, bring your awareness into your right low back. Just creating some nice sensation. Be aware, breathe deeply. One more exhale. And release your arms to center. Take a breath there. Even things out. Release your hands to your waist. Press your feet and stand up. And exhale, breathe out. Bend your knees and step out wide on your mat and come right into a side-to-side lunge, just flowing from one side to the other. And you can use your arms wherever you would like in this process. Holding your center, one leg to the other. Going a little lower for the last bit if you would like. Just let yourself all the way establish one side, find the range of motion, press off, second side. And next time you come over to the right, stay for a hold, wherever it feels good for you. If you want to pick up your toes of your left foot, you may. Even when we hold our body steady, there's a nice flow in the breath. One more exhale. Press that right foot and change over to the other side. Where's the happy place on this side? Pick up the back toes, optional. Lots of Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha supports the pose. That is your low belly towards your spine, pelvic floor toning. Exhale once more. And press your foot, walk your hands to the center, come to wide parallel feet, and forward fold. Your knees can bend as needed or keep just a little softness if they tend to be very straight. Draw your hands back so they're in line with your feet and let your head reach for the earth. Strong flying upward energy in the low belly. That's what Uddiyana means, flying upward. And Bandha means lock. Exhale. Walk your hands forward, halfway lift. Swing your toes out comfortably to the side and bend your knees. Come up the center into goddess, nice and low. Elbows and hands together. Rest your thumbs at your third eye. Connect with your flow of breath. Strength and stillness. Exhale one more time. Really press your feet to stand up. Release your arms wide as your feet and take a deep breath in star. At the end of the exhale, float your arms down. Turn to the right for triangle. So 90 degrees out. Back foot angles. Float the arms, breathing in. Breathing out, over and down. Connect with your leg or your toe and gaze up. Working from your belly center. And one more breath is 5. Give it some nice energy on the inhale. Exhale, you're complete. Breathe in, come up and change to the other side. With practice, we get this muscle memory. Exhale, knowing generally where to begin and coming in, checking in with your body. Open towards the sky. Radiate from the belly center. And give it one more breath's energy. Using inhale to come up, turn your feet forward. Exhale, float down your arms. And step back to the top third of your mat. Standing in your mountain or same standing pose for a moment. Connect deeply with the flow of breath and the flow of prana. And to keep your pelvis forward, take your right leg back, straight legs for Parsvottanasana variation. Breathing in, long spine. Breathing out, forward fold. I'm just going to come down to the front leg this time. Shin or foot or floor, forward fold. Concentrating on the breath and the balance. One more time. And then use inhale to come back upright and take your waist with your hands. Warrior C. So we shift forward to a straight front leg. Back toes on the floor is fine. Also touching the wall is fine. Maybe lifting up, centering hands, or reaching forward. 1, 2, just try again if you need to. Exhale. Inhale upright. If you can, resist touching the floor and come into leg float forward. It's okay if you need a reset. It's okay if your knee bends. And see if you can lift your leg a little higher. One more breath. And then last thing, draw that knee bent and catch it with your hands and hug it in. So it's still fine to use a wall with one hand if you need it. Notice the quality in the mind as you concentrate on the balancing. Spacious between the ears. A soft, concentrated now in the brain. And release your hands so your foot can return to the earth. And take a breath to feel. To bring concentration into the left leg now. Stepping back into Parsvottanasana, straight legs. And let's weave the fingers behind the back this time and forward fold. Or just hold your elbows. Be very compassionate with your shoulders. Deeply breathe twice more. Last one. Inhale, rise up. Take your waist. Shift to your straight front leg. Back toes on the floor, fine. Or lift it up. Last breath, one more time. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out. Transition to that leg float. It's okay if you touch down. Hands back to the waist, very supportive here. So you're just gathering into the center with your hands. Relax your shoulders down. And then bend your knee, draw it in towards you, and take your hands to your shin. And hug that knee in. Under both hands. Back to that quality of concentration, steadiness. Deeply breathe one more time. And carefully release your leg and foot back to the earth. And see, just a little thought here. I was going to try dancer today with a cross body action. So again, having something to support if needed. Balancing into your right leg. Bend your left knee behind you and take your right hand to catch it. So a cross body dancer variation. And you can take the inside of your foot or your ankle. And experimenting with folding forward a bit. Maybe reaching out your opposite arm. So it's got quite a different feeling from how we usually do it. And just let your brain and body explore. And just one more breath. Try to release with control if possible. And just let it be. Other side, turn around if you need to. So shift your weight, find a steady place for your eyes. Bend your right knee and reach for it with your left hand. Reach for your foot or ankle. Once you've settled for a moment, explore the forward fold. It can just be a small amount. 2, 3. Just one more time. And release. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, fold in. Halfway lift, inhalation. Exhale, Ashta Chandrasana. Take your right foot back. Coming up to balance on the back toes. So high lunge. One more breath. Lean forward, press your back foot, stepping out. Other side. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, half lift. And take your other foot back. Try to balance on the balls of the foot. If you come into warrior A, that's okay. So it's very much like that, just with a different foot position. Deeply breathe again. Lean forward, press your back foot, and release. Step your feet comfortably wide on your mat. Bringing the energy of practice into our bodies. Taking your left hand into a loose fist with your thumb on the outside and gently thumping your body. Starting with the arms up the inside and down the outside, just working over the surface of your body gently with this idea of bringing all this pranic energy of yoga and summer into the body. Last time on that side. Use your other hand, other arm, come up the inside, thump, 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 down the outside, just gentle thumps. Bringing the prana into our tissues, into our collagen, into our muscles. When that is complete, come to your chest, both hands. Avoid your breast tissue, just cover the surface area of your upper body in the front. And then to your belly, and you want to do a circle towards the right, towards the left, sorry, this one's hard to do backwards. So come around your belly a few times, that pranic center. And then to the fronts of your hips, the fronts of the thighs, start to bend your knees. Really try to cover that whole surface of the fronts of your legs. Avoid the bony knees. Avoid the bony shins. Just come down, gently tap the tops of the feet. Come up the back of the body. Work around the backs of the legs, maybe come inside. So you can reach all the surface area of your legs. Very lovingly come more upright to those big muscles of the hips. And up to your low back. And come around to the front and just stop and hold your belly center. Maybe a little sweaty. little summary. Just feel the energy of that practice, of our practice. Gather your feet together, maybe keeping your eyes resting. Just feel the feet come close. And breathe out. Breathe in, float up your arms. And breathe out, forward fold. Curl in. Half lift, inhale. Take your legs back. Bend your elbows. Inhale, straighten your elbows, roll your shoulders back. And one exhale, establish downward dog. And then walk your feet back, bring your knees down, elbows down, release your belly. Take your arms overhead, legs together, feet together. Come back to those loose fists. Lift up your chest, breathe in. Exhale, pull your hands to your shoulders. So engage your upper body, pull down. Inhale, soft. Exhale, lift and pull. One more time, release. And lift and pull. Put your hands by your chest, breathe out. Inhale, cobra spine. Breathe softly and steadily. And one more deep breath. Press forward and down, hug your elbows in. Feel up your belly. And come back to Balasana. Just curl your spine around your legs and let your arms rest back alongside. Your breath will come into the back of the body in this pose. Let it. One more time, deep breath. Inhale, rise up, staying in Vajrasana, folded legs. If you need to switch to easy seat, that is okay. Sitting on your heels or between your heels. I'm doing a little breathing, a little pranayama preparation here. We're going to take each hand underneath our armpits, thumbs up, and find some steadiness to the breath through the nose. Relax your eyes and face and just come into your breath awareness. Also awareness of the space between the eyebrows, Ajna chakra. Feeling that calming point and that center of energy. Breathe out one more time. And release your arms. Spin your fingers back. Lean forward, so carefully stretching the wrists. Lift up your hips a bit, gaze to your nose, inhale. Exhale, lion breath, open mouth, make sound. And then release your hips back down, spin your hands the other way. Coming through to seated, bring your hands in front a bit. Lift up your hips, cross your ankles, press your hands, and bring your legs through. Take them out in front, drop back on your toes. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, fold forward. Nice and carefully, it's okay if your knees bend. Couch your feet or your legs and fold in. Want a nice deep release in your back body here. So just taking a little longer, maybe 8 breaths. Nice and warmed up. Deeply breathe once more. Half lift, inhale. And exhale, release. Point your toes towards the floor, hands back with your fingers forward. So just right behind your hips. Hug your elbows in, lift your chest, gaze to your nose, and lift up, or just stay here with the lifted chest, reaching toes. Add the lift up, head back. Neutral head is fine. Squeeze your glutes. One more time, deep breath, lift, and exhale, come down carefully. Bend your knees in one at a time, bring your feet together, and let your knees open to the sides, Baddha Konasana. A little moment to refine, maybe rocking, finding your sitting bones and then centering. Leave your fingers around your toes or hold your ankles and sit tall, chin down. Let your inner legs soften. One more deep breath. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, go forward with a straight spine to any degree. You can use your elbows to encourage the opening in the legs. It's like a sense of reaching your heart towards the earth in front of you. 4, one more deep breath. Exhale, 5. Inhale back to that straight spine, bound hands. And exhale. Cross your legs. Place your hands just in front of your hips with your fingers forward, practicing this lifting up. So you're going to press your hands, press your feet, and lean your head forward a bit to lift up. Scale pose. Lift something. One more deep breath, lift, like a reset button, and release back down. And then take out your legs to wide legs. Activate your feet and your legs, so turn on the muscles. And then side bending over to the right. You can take both hands towards that foot, or just use your arm on the floor in front of you. Side bend. Keeping the feet and legs active. Explore side bend to the side once more. Use slow releasing from that deep side bend. Keep your legs active, center your other hand or elbow, and go in slowly the other side. It's finding a sweet place where you can hold steady. Is there anywhere where you can release tension? I know we're asking the body to keep tension in the legs and feet. Your face, your neck are soft. One more deep breath. Exhale. Inhale up slowly. And release. Fold both of your legs over to the right side. Sitting tall and twisting back, so you can adjust so that you can comfortably create this whole spinal twist. One more time. Enjoy your breath. Release to center. Release your feet and come in balance on your sacrum for a moment. Lift up your feet, boat pose variation. And just let the legs be parallel to the floor. And bring your feet down, both legs over to the left side. Just let them rest comfortably together. And then a nice tall spine, use both arms. I did a little bit of a pickup and reset of my hips to make it so that I felt like I could twist back. So work into the pose. Let your body find its way. One more time, breathe deeply. Exhale. Return to center. Come to your sacrum, wherever that is. Come to your boat pose, open out. You can use the other variation again. And let's release all the way down. Carefully tuck your chin and release your back body. Be bringing yourself back onto your mat if you need to. Supta Padangusthasana. Just make sure your neck is nice and long. You're centered on the back of your skull, and pick up your right leg. Take your big toe or just hold your leg and draw it in. Point your other toes away from you. It can be nice to ground your left thigh with your hand. Exhale, low belly to the spine. Inhale, lift your face towards your knee. One more deep breath. And mindful release, opening to the side. Really keep that left leg anchored. Open out as far as you like, and then turn your head away. Deeply breathe again. Inhale up to center. And let go of that leg. Release it down slowly. So right hand to the right thigh, lift up the left leg. Take the toes or just hold on to the back of your leg. Point your right toes. Make sure your neck is long. And breathe out, low belly to the spine. Inhale, lift without straining. Just lift your heart off the floor. Feel the whole body here. Breathe into everything. Release tension. Exhale, release your head down. Breathe in again. And then exhale again, open out to the side. Turn your head away, ground your right leg with your hand. Exhale, nice and open. Inhale, energy helps release that leg back up. And exhale, release and let it flow down. And then slide your heels in towards you. Turn out your toes, heels together. Bridge pose variation. Arms by your sides, palms down. Ground your arms. Well, as you lift up, your head might slide away from your feet to make space. So inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips. Coming into that bridge with the heels together. If you feel well supported without your arms, you can lift them up, facing the palms to each other. Let your hands rest together and let your arms head out, overhead. 2 more breaths. Nice openness in the feet. Feel the muscles around the hips working. Release your arms down first, and then your spine, and then your hips. And bring one knee at a time in towards your chest. And cross your left leg over your right. And let the legs straighten out a bit. And then bring the left knee across your body. So coming into a cross-leg twist pose. If you want to do a different twist, if this one is hard on your hips in any way, let yourself just do one knee across. If it works okay for you, let this be our nice outer hip stretch. Gaze away, create nice sensation. Starting to soften into our finishing practice. Beginning that process of resting into the earth. Deeply breathe one more time. Just make sure you have found your sweet place for today. And then slowly unwind yourself, uncross. Bring in the knees. Second side, cross your legs. Straighten them out about halfway. And then twisting the other side, so bringing the right knee across to the left side of the body. Gazing back to the right, opening to the right. Try to find a place where you're creating nice sensation, positive patterns, a nice sense of releasing tension. Just rest and breathe. And breathe out. Take one more breath. Finding that nice finishing depth for today. Release back to center. Bring in your knees, arms down. Straighten up your legs. Stay or continue to lift up your hips. So half shoulder stand or shoulder stand. So anywhere in that arc, just stay on the back of your skull. Use your core. Just letting the legs reverse direction. Six, 2 more breaths. And 8, carefully bring your spine back down. Draw in your knees, curl in your head. Release your head down and stretch your legs out. Letting the legs go wide, maybe resetting the low back if needed. And take your hands to your skull and just lift it off the floor and gently lengthen your neck. Release your head back down and release your arms and just let everything go. Stay resting on your backs. Everything softened, the breath and the body, the brain softly resting. Notice when that inhale impulse comes again, and let the breath stretch with that inhale. And let the exhale be a deep well of releasing. When the inhale comes again, reach your arms and legs away from each other, gently arching your spine off the floor. And then exhale, curl your elbows and knees towards each other and either rock up to sitting or roll to one side and press up. Coming to your seated pose for a moment. Feeling how the asana practice prepares the body for a meditation. If you'd like to sit a little while after we finish. But a meditation can be 3 mindful breaths. So let's practice that one together right now, just to know how simple, no great effort. Just relax and enjoy your breathing. One more time. Fill deeply. Exhale, release deeply. Inhale, hands to heart. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope you feel well and uplifted by your practice, and you have a great rest of your day.